Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante, here with the city that never sleeps. The next few weeks pass by in hard work and preparation for the coming entrance exam at the Imperial College. You grow more and more exhausted with each passing day, so much so that one night you fall asleep while studying another book. When you finally come to, you decide it's high time to get some recreation outside. The city of Eterna amazes you as you stroll through its splendid streets. It is another night, a different night, yet the city is beautiful still. The shining pillar is a slice of light against the dark night sky. The lamps on the facades of the building are lit. Night descends on the capital. You don't feel like going back to your books tonight. Recently you made the acquaintance of several young men. They are children of the nobles of the mantle, just like yourself, sent to the capital to earn their noble titles of the college. You decide to seek them out. Your new friends are having a late dinner on the next street over, loudly discussing their plans for the night. Some speak eagerly of a dueling club where you can see the most skilled and ardent duellers in the Empire doing what they do best. You have never seen professional duellers fight. It must be far more exciting than father's fencing lessons or that fight in the ruins in Anazotti. And if luck favours you, perhaps you could even make useful contacts amongst the noble families in the capital. The others try to convince the rest to take a trip to a certain secret salon. The establishment is expecting a guest tonight, they say, a young lady who speaks about the true state of affairs in the Empire. There are many questions about the nature of the place and the identity of the mysterious speaker, but the young men have only one answer. They are forbidden to speak about this outside the club. However, they can't take you there as long as you aren't afraid. However, they can take you there as long as you aren't afraid to learn a dangerous truth. There are others still drinking their fill of wine rather than eating. Fencing, they say. Speeches? Nonsense. The place you ought to go tonight, they claim, is the Marquean Society, a gathering for those of common estate but uncommon opinions that offers pleasures for everyone. Pleasures of the palate, pleasures of drink, pleasures of the flesh. Is this not a heresy and a crime? Perhaps, and yet some of your newfound friends are eager to go there. In the end, your group splits into three to spend the night as they see fit. What will it be? A contest featuring the best fencers in Eterna, an establishment both mysterious and dangerous, or an encounter with people who defy their lot with audacity? You weigh your options. Learn from the Empire's best jewellers, go see the mysterious lady, or go have some pleasure. I presume all of them will be useful for some extent. The dueling club would probably be useful, but if we look at our stats, I think we're fairly good. We're already quite a seasoned warrior. I'm trying to look at things that are important to the judge. We're already pretty exhausted, so we can't really do that much more. I wouldn't be opposed to getting some more willpower back, and presumably the Marquean Society would do that. But both these feel important. We'll go to the secret salon and here to listen to this mysterious lady. The secret salon is an unremarkable wooden building down an alleyway a few blocks from the great temple of the twins. A couple of tough, taciturn fellows at the door eye you suspiciously. Their faces are obscured by hoods. One of your newfound friends nods to them and you are allowed inside. The inner rooms are stuffy and overcrowded. All the partitions have been removed to make room for more people. There is a raised platform next to one of the walls, perhaps a stage. There are benches all around. They are occupied by people of the common estate, most of them modestly dressed even. They are artisans, tinkers, street vendors, students. Yet you see some of them are wealthy and impeccably dressed. A mop-headed young man, dressed like a low-ranking clerk, appears on the stage. He claps to attract the public's attention. When the house goes quiet, he reads a series of pamphlets condemning the supreme authorities of the Empire and their obsolete rule. A group of young men appear on the stage next, their faces covered in blue paint. They perform a derisive play entitled A Day in the Life of the Tempests. The performances are many, but their goal is always the same. They all claim the Empire is stuck in the past and has to change. Then, finally, after another voice accusation. A young girl appears on the stage and the crowd goes silent immediately. This is her, the mysterious guest they were talking about. You look at her from the crowd, you see short black hair, a slender figure, and those familiar shining eyes. It's Sophia! It's the lady we saved. Brothers and sisters, you all came to this place because you know deep in your heart something. It's Sophia, the girl who used to live next door. She's grown so much since you last seen her. What is she doing here? Almost certainly fueling a rebellion. But before Sophia even finishes her first sentence, a short man in a shabby jacket jumps up onto the stage. He flashes a badge and screams at the crowd, "Nobody move. You're all under arrest as accomplices to an insurrection against the Empire." This is bad. Imperial gendarmes barge into the house, swords and crossbows glint in the dim light. First there is confusion, then panic. Screams of fear and outrage fill the hall. Sophia is already gone. You can barely hear the cries demanding that you stay where you are. People start pushing against the gendarmes, against the doors, against the windows. The din is deafening. Only one thought remains in your mind. You have to run. Run away as fast as you can. You push your way to the furthest window in the hall. A hand grabs you by the sleeve of your jacket. You pry it off without looking and keep pushing forward. The expensive jacket starts to tear at the shoulder. The window frame breaks and falls outside. You drop down after it. Shards of glass bite into your hands, but you barely feel the pain. You have time to feel it later, but now you need to run. You run and dodge and weave through the alleyway before finally heading for the lodging house. Your heart is racing, your hands are shaking, blood is dripping from the cuts on your arms. You have no idea what happened to the people who were arrested. Finally, you reach your room and collapse on the bed. You are safe from pursuit, but not from anxiety. What was Sophia going to say? How did she end up here in the capital after she escaped? Was she arrested too? There are too many questions, but you have no way to answer them. Eventually you drift off into restless sleep. Okay, so we're pretty dangerous as a criminal as kind of someone undertaking criminal activity. It's probably not actually very good for us overall, but we'll have to see. Year 1135 in spring, the Code of Laws. You're on your way to the large library in Eterna to study for your entry exams. It is right next to the college. The streets are full of people. Everyone is excited. You hesitate for a few seconds, then let your curiosity get the better of you and head towards the place where you soon study. Before long you hear the shouting. The Great Chancellor is about to give a speech about the future of the Empire. You cannot possibly miss this. You mix with the crowd and soon find a convenient place to listen and watch what is about to unfold. On the steps of the college you see a small tribune guarded by two Archnians armed with swords. This is the first time you've ever seen an Archnian standing guard, let alone two of them. The doors of the college open to reveal a stately Archnian surrounded by an honour guard. It is he, Cornelius Tempest, Great Chancellor of the Empire, younger brother to the Emperor himself. He heads for the tribune and casts a look over the square. It is full of people in awe and utter silence. Long ago, humans witnessed the Archnians' arrival. The two nations built the empire side by side. The provinces joined us one by one, and Magra was the final province to attain the absolute might and majesty of the blessed Archnian Empire. Yet there was another great event long before that. 1,000 years ago, the twins had graced us with their presence. With their arrival, the twins granted us their will, they showed us their love and their law, and they granted us knowledge of what awaits us in the hereafter. They chose the dynasty of Tempest to rule the Empire, and from that day forth our dynasty has ruled the land ordained by the gods themselves. However, it is our duty to the twins not to seek power for power's sake, but rather to lead the Empire to further prosperity. And so the Great Imperial Council is soon to review and adopt a new set of laws called the Creed. Under the Creed, all the states will be granted rights. Under the Creed, there will be one law for all Imperial citizens to obey, human or Archnian, from the lowliest commoner to the Emperor himself. The strife amongst the estates will end. A single law will resolve all of our quarrels. Glory to the Empire. The Great Chancellor throws his arms into the air. The crowd murmurs and applauds in approval. Cornelius Tempest casts another look over the crowd and leaves. The crowd disperses. The sounds of agitated discussion are everywhere. Is it true that the Emperor's dynasty seeks to grant equal rights to all estates? What will happen to the Empire then? I don't think they actually care. But we'll see. A struggle for power. Commoners aren't in power just yet. We've got to be a little bit careful we don't go to Reign of Terror. Because that would be bad. I would think, anyway. The girl from your past. It is early morning. You've been awake since sunrise studying. There is a knock at the door. Is it a letter from home or a hotel servant? You open the door and freeze, stunned. Hello, Brante. Before you stands Sophia, the girl who used to live next door. She's all grown up now. She looks so different. But you would always recognise those blue eyes no matter what. You gesture for her to come in. Sophia enters the room, glances around, and sits in an armchair. You are the girl you used to know as you sit across from her. But the young woman you see now has little in common with the girl you used to know. There is cold steel in the way she looks at things. Her hair is cut short. But what is she doing here? I can explain. I've been living in Eterna for a long time now, ever since I ran from Anazotti. I heard the other day that you left the capital to get into the college, so I found you and here I am. You ask how Sophia learned about your arrival and where you are staying, but she answers your questions with an enigmatic smile. We'll get to that later. Right now I want to see how much you've changed since we last saw each other. As for me, I've changed a lot. I'm a whole different person now. You look away as you recall your previous encounter, back when Sophia ran away from her Arclean master. Sophia chuckles as she continues. Would you like to know what happened next? I travelled through the entire empire all alone. I had nothing. My journey ended only when I reached this place, the capital, with all its important people and events. This is the heart of the empire. It's a place where I can make a difference. I've made friends here, found people I can truly call my family. I've even got an education, of sorts. And I have a purpose now. I fight against injustice, I fight against the lots. I fight those who treat our lives like mud on the pavement. And no, I'm not afraid to tell you that. I came to you for a good reason. I need help. I know you. I have faith in your good heart, and besides, this is also about the Imperial College you want to enroll in. There is a scholar there by the name of Bartholomew Dextra. He teaches natural sciences at the college. Dextra is an old man, but he's quite progressive. He'll stop at nothing to advance science and acquire new knowledge. As you know, only second-generation nobles or above are allowed to teach at the college. But Dextra, he is a commoner. He forged his patent of nobility to get a position at the college. But the secret chancellor recently learned of this. Dextra is about to face true death for this forgery. But how is that justice? A man wants to teach people, and for this they're going to take all his lives. They're going to punish him for the crime of being born in the wrong estate. It's evil and obscene, and I will not stand for it. Dextra deserves to be rescued. But I don't want to put anyone in danger, so I need your help. You're from a rich family. You're almost a noble. If you help me get Dextra out of the city, nobody will suspect anything. No one will know, and the scholar will live on to continue his research elsewhere, far away from the secret chancellery. Will you help me? You feel perplexed by Sophia's sudden request. She's asking to break imperial law and undermine the work of the secret chancellery to save the scholar. Rescuing Dextra would be an adventure, but it would also be incredibly dangerous. And besides, Dextra is a fake noble. He resorted to lies and deceit to get to his current position. How much does this matter to you? Sophia's blue eyes are studying you, waiting for your reply. We can help her. I don't really want to refuse. We can help. I'm not convinced it's in our best interests, but hopefully in the long run it will pay off. You promised to help Sophia. Bartholomew Dextra does not deserve this. He has to leave the capital. She can count on you. I know I can count on you. Then we must act at once. There's no time to waste. Dextra is to be arrested tomorrow. Here's his address. Go there as the sun sets. No one will suspect you. Dexter often tutors young men for the college entrance exams. Tell him that Al sent you, use the back door to get out, a carriage will drive up the backyard. The driver will hoot like an owl, he'll take you to the south gate. If the guards stop the carriage, just talk your way out of it. Once you're outside the city, Dexter will ride away in a different carriage. You'll go back the way you came, and I'll meet you in the Majesty Square. You nod to her words, and your hands start to shake. You are about to go against the secret chancery. You're about to help someone escape punishment. To defy your own nod like this, it's unthinkable. When the sun sets, you leave the lodging house and walk quickly, glancing over your shoulder repeatedly. Bartholomew Dexter's house must be around here somewhere. You find the place, and a genteel old man opens the door. His face is covered in wrinkles, his shoulders are stooped, and yet his eyes are sharp and lively. He looks at you for a moment, then asks why you've paid him a visit. You tell him you want to enroll in the college and are looking for a tutor. Dexter nods and invites you inside. Once you make sure nobody else can see or hear you, you whisper to the scholar about the real reason for your visit. The secret chancery will be coming for him tomorrow, and he has to leave now to escape true death. Dexter freezes, then he turns to you. How do you know about him and the secret chancery? You tell him that the owl sent you and has provided for his escape. As for the secret chancery, they want him for forgery and patent of nobility. The moment you utter Sophia's name, the lecturer calms down and starts packing for the journey. You watch him distractedly and notice that he lives in a rather austere fashion. It does not take him long to pack. You hear the quiet clacking of hooves in the yard. Carefully, you and Dexter proceed to the backyard of the building. You see a carriage there. The driver hoots quietly. You get in. The carriage rolls down the road, and there is a tense silence in the closed-off space inside the carriage. The scholar wrings his hands anxiously. Through the carriage windows, you see the massive city gate passing by. You're almost outside the city, but then a loud voice reaches you. Halt! The driver obediently halts the carriage, and 2 city gendarmes approach you. You leave the carriage to face the gendarmes before they can get a peek inside the carriage. They look at you over and ask why you're going so late at night. You tell them you're the son of a judge in Magra, here to enroll in the college, and right now you wish to visit the estate of a newfound friend. To convince them further, you mention the name of a noble's son you've become friendly with. The gendarmes release the carriage and wish you a pleasant trip. You drive along the high road until you encounter a peasant wagon. Dexter will take it to seek refuge far away from the capital. Before the 2 of you part ways, he pats you on the shoulder and tells you you've done a truly brave deed. You return to the city without incident. You find Sophia in Majesty Square, as agreed, sitting on a bench by a streetlight, reading a book of some sort. She closes the book when she sees you and offers you her hand. So, did everything go to plan? You nod. Then we've earned ourselves a bit of free time. Let's go. You set off on a walk through the maze of narrow back streets. Finally, you have the time for questions. What happened to Sophia over the last 2 years? She was just a girl before, a servant. How is she now a revolutionary? Sophia just smiles sadly. You've seen what I can do. I'm not just a girl. The Inquisition caught up with me when I ran away from Anazotti. I ended up in the House of Humanity, a dreadful place. I got collared. Do you know how it feels to lose your free will? Losing everything that makes you you? She unclasps the tall shirt collar that had been hiding her neck all this time, and you can see the round mark from the anti-magic collar. They say a scar like this will remain even after lesser death, but I got lucky. Patriarch Unius Diamond saved me. Diamond took me and other mages from the House of Humanity and removed our collars. He made me one of his attendants. He taught me that there are no lots. He told me that I'm like this because I'm not a freak, but because it's my nature. He told me I can find a path to twins like anyone else in the world. And then I was taken. I mean, I got out on my own. I found my own lot. To protect the common people from the noble yoke. To help others who are as unlucky as I am. To fight for a different world, a world where everyone has equal rights, a world where majors don't get robbed of their will just because of one aspect of their birth, a world where the nobles no longer tread upon the commoners. Yes, this is our dream, but we are still so far away from it, and I'll keep moving towards it, and I'll stop at nothing. A strange, distorted expression appears on Sophia's face, but she quickly returns to normal. You keep walking until you're at your lodging house again. For a moment, you just stand there looking at each other. Then suddenly, Sophia embraces you. For a moment, she remains still in your arms and whispers, "You should join my cause. If we work together, one day we'll become a force to be reckoned with. I know you came here to find your way, but I'll never believe you really want to bind yourself to other people's laws and desires for the rest of your life. The path I walk is dangerous, it's almost hopeless, but it's worth living for. Think about it. Goodbye." Then she disappears just as quickly, and into the dark streets of Eterna. You make your way back to your room, exhausted by the events of the day. Was this really just a single day in your life? Becoming more and more seasoned by the second. But our valour's going up as well, so that was probably quite useful for us to do. But I do wonder what the consequences of that will be.
I will never forget that day. For it was then that I chose the path I would walk for the rest of my life.
The 3 lots, which I think we are going to deal with next time. I'm sure it's a short episode today, but I haven't had a lot of time to record. And the 3 lots feels very important, where we decide how our future goes. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.